WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everyone. It is 7 minutes after 6 o'clock, and we have 69 degrees out there as we get our start. Pretty warm, pretty steamy out there, I guess is kind of what you would say. And Ray Stajic explains we're in between two systems.
Stationary front to our north, kind of. Rich tropical moisture to our south, definitely. In between, here we are. And we'll sit in that chance for some showers and thunderstorms scattered around, kind of a squeeze play, and I don't even know about a chance as we head on through tonight and tomorrow and the rest of the week. I think it's likely that we end up with multiple inches of rainfall. So once you get the rain gear in the car, just leave it there. Put it in the back seat, whatever. Because I think over the next few days we could see multiple inches of rain in some spots. The 5-day rain total is exceeding 2 or 3 inches, so it doesn't all come at once. And we'll certainly have some dry periods of weather in between rounds of scattered showers and thunderstorms. So that's the way it looks here over the next few days. Temperatures today will be in the mid-to-upper 80s with a little bit better chance of showers and thunderstorms as the morning progresses into the afternoon and this evening. Then partly cloudy later tonight into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, thunderstorms are likely scattered around 83. And then lather, rinse, repeat on Thursday and Friday, right? Scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Highs will be in the upper 70s and low 80s. And that trend probably continues into the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Starting to see the barometer drop a little bit here. The pressure's at 29.96 this morning. 93% humidity. Southeast winds at about 4 miles an hour. No precip in the past 24 hours. 69 degrees. Up next, we're checking local news. Live in the newsroom, it's WCLU News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Mike Bryant, the board chair of TJ Regional Health, has announced that the board decided not to renew the contract for CEO Bud Wethington. While Bryant did say the board appreciated the contributions Wethington made during his tenure as CEO, they felt a change in leadership was appropriate. Neil Thornberry, Chief Operating Officer, has been appointed interim CEO. Thornberry completed his Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy from Eastern, began his healthcare career in 1996 as a patient care provider, occupational therapist. In 2000, he was promoted to Director of Rehab Services, leading the integration of 4 independent departments into a comprehensive rehabilitation medicine program. In 2005, he got his master's degree in healthcare administration from Western. March of 2007, he was promoted to Chief of Patient Care Services. 2010, completed his Lean System certification through UK. Currently, he is a candidate for doctorate in Health Services Administration at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. It appears that a weekend fire at the landfill has influenced the Glasgow City Council as they decided not to get rid of their old fire truck. Chief Brian Marr said that tough terrain like that at the landfill is hard on a fire truck.
It's very rough terrain, as you can imagine back in there. These trucks are, especially the fire engines, are not designed to go off-road, and we almost to a T, we have a little bit of damage on a truck every time we go out there. So our attempt may be to take this older truck that's a little cheaper, a little easier to fix, not a frontline vehicle, and actually get that back in there to fight those fires as opposed to the $500,000 brand new piece of equipment.
Richard Tett with American Engineers gave the council an update on the progress they've made toward implementing the city's GATE plan. What exactly is GATE?
An overarching, pedestrian and bicycle access plan to connect all parts of the city. So this is a major component of that, and so we're just trying to get one piece done.
A major component is the sidewalk part of the project, which Tett says is nearly 2 miles in length.
Well, it's going to take you from down Roseville Road. You're going to cross where Trojan Trail hits Roseville Road, and you're going to walk all the way along Trojan Trail until you get to 31, where the new turn lane's been put in on Calvary Drive. So, again, it's about almost 2 miles of trail.
Right. The council also met the city's newest police officer, 90-pound Zeke. Officer Nick Houchins is the K-9 officer, and he says that Zeke will bring a wide range of skills.
Zeke's trained in not only drug detection, but he's trained in criminal apprehension, building searches, evidence and article searches, handler protection. So it's just we're able to utilize him in situations where just humans themselves just can't. We don't have the senses that dogs have. So he is most definitely a very valuable tool to use in just crime prevention and crime fighting.
The council also approved an easement for Glass Holdings at 26 feet wide and 200 feet long. The asphalt easement is off Cherry Street. They plan to construct a parking lot. An attempt to mirror the contract used by Glasgow Police to prevent to prevent the fire department from losing money training their firefighters was also approved by the council. The changes to the contract take effect immediately. Glasgow Police responded to a report of an overdose on East Wayne Street over the weekend. Officer Stephen Shields, after ensuring the scene was secure for EMS, went to speak with 24-year-old Shaquille Jordan, who was there. Now, according to the citation, Jordan was very much under the influence, and when he began to walk away, Officer Shields placed him in handcuffs. Due to the level of intoxication, Jordan was unable to give his personal information. Officers found a wallet hanging out of his back pocket. Officer Dave Hutchins opened the wallet and found spice inside, as well as meth. Jordan was arrested, charged with possession of synthetic drugs, drug paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance. He was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And the Barron Fiscal Court meets this morning at 9 a.m. Included on this morning's agenda, the court's expected to hear from the Budget Committee on the proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year. The Building and Property Committee is expected to discuss the Welcome to Barron County signs, the old jail, as well as the roof on both the County Health Department and the Government Center. The court's also expected to approve the job description for the ABC Coordinator and Deputy, and Chris Schalk will be presenting the County Extension Service budget for the upcoming fiscal year. You can watch the live stream of the meeting online at WCLUradio.com and on WCLU Radio's Facebook page. The meeting is open to the public and begins at 9 a.m. in the Fiscal Court Chambers on the 3rd floor of the Government Center. It's 6:13 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 69 degrees.
I'm Larry Hammer, Republican candidate for Barron County Clerk. On May 22nd, the voters of Barron County have an important decision to make. For the first time since 1966, someone will be your clerk who has not worked or trained in that office. I ask that you go vote, but when you go vote, be diligent regarding the qualifications of the person you're voting for. I know how that office functions. I am the qualified candidate. On May 22nd, vote number 1. Larry Hammer, the right choice for Barron County Clerk.
For and authorized by Larry Hammer.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Pouch's team, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger, a call at 270-651-2663 to ensure you are taking full advantage of all appropriate year-end tax-saving opportunities. As always, consult with your tax advisor.
Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard, WL Lyons LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
In more local news, a Campbellsville man's arrested after attempting to flee from a traffic stop. State Police Trooper Daniel Forbes stopped to assist Campbellsville police with a traffic stop on South Central Avenue Sunday night. Trooper Forbes pulled up and then the driver, 56-year-old William Nugent of Campbellsville, slammed the driver door shut and took off at a high rate of speed, running a stop sign. Units then pursued the vehicle until it finally stopped on Bell Avenue, and Nugent was taken into custody. He was charged with speeding, disregarding a stop sign, fleeing or evading police, wanton endangerment, resisting arrest, DUI, a third offense, failure to wear seatbelts, and possession of open alcohol container in a motor vehicle. He was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. In West Central Kentucky, gas prices jump as summer driving season approaches. West Central Kentucky prices are up a dime this week to $2.77 a gallon, according to AAA East Central's fuel gauge report. On the national front, at $2.87, the national average jumped 6 cents on the week, with 36 states seeing gas prices that are a nickel or more expensive than last Monday. Motorists across the country are seeing about 19% of gas stations selling gas for $3 or more. Today's gas price is 16 cents more expensive than last month, 53 cents more than last year. When it comes to local averages for 1 gallon of regular unleaded, Brownsville comes in with the lowest cost at $2.71. Glasgow and Edmonton are next at $2.74. Munfordville, Horse Cave, Cave City, Park City, and Smiths Grove are all at $2.75. And the highest local average is a three-way tie between Tompkinsville, Scottsville, and Bowling Green, where motorists can expect to pay around $2.79 a gallon. And on Sunday, Officer Chris Pointer with Glasgow Police responded to an injury accident on New Bowling Green Road. When police arrived, they found that a 2001 Dodge Caravan had left the roadway, went through a ditch line, struck a wooden fence, and then overturned in a parking lot. The driver, 34-year-old John Fisher of Glasgow, had fled the scene on foot. Police later found him in an adjacent salvage yard. He was arrested, charged with DUI, leaving the scene of an accident, and criminal mischief first degree. He was treated by T.J. Sampson Hospital, then transported to the Barron County Detention Center. Officer Pointer was assisted by Sergeant Jesse Barton and Barron Metcalf EMS. Right now it's 6:17 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 69 degrees with WCLU Local News. I'm Angela Briggs.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Supreme Court clearing the way for states to legalize sports betting. The court Monday overturned a federal law banning most states from sports betting. Paul Miles reports that decision has reignited the gaming debate in Frankfort.
Republican Representative Adam Koenig, who chairs the House Licensing Committee, says Kentucky should be at the forefront of sports gambling.
We can have hearings on it, and I think I will have hearings on it in my licensing occupations and Administrative Regulations Committee before next year's session.
Senator Damon Thayer favors sports gambling, but the majority floor leader admits there would be opposition to such legislation. Governor Bevin has said he opposes expanded gambling in Kentucky. I'm Paul Miles.
The governor calls depending on gambling for revenue a sucker's bet. Horsemen want to get in on it. They want to be the first to cash in on the state-based sports betting. Alex Waldrop of the National Thoroughbred Racing Association yesterday said that their industry must rise to the challenges and seize the opportunities that legal sports books would present in the state. A Hillview police detective pleading not guilty to felony charges. In early May, John Neeson was indicted on charges of theft by deception, tampering with a witness, and official misconduct. Neeson's attorney, Brian Butler, tells WLKY that the truth will eventually come out.
One thing I hope that everyone that watches the news regularly knows is that it's easy to make an allegation. It's oftentimes difficult to prove that allegation, and that's what courts are for.
Investigators said Neeson had sex with an alleged rape victim hours after she reportedly had been assaulted. His police powers have been suspended since the indictment. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us, the People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News at 6:22. We have 69 degrees, looking for the potential for rain today, and it'll ramp up toward the middle of the week as we get our forecast from Ray Stajic here coming up in just a couple of moments. In area funeral announcements this hour, Stanley Keith Abner, age 55, formerly of Glasgow, died Saturday in Louisville at Baptist Health Hospital. He did mechanic work and was of the Baptist faith. Survivors include two daughters, Casey Rogers and Jamie Abner of LaGrange, two sons, Wesley Abner of LaGrange and Johnny Emmert of Glasgow, one brother, Kevin Abner of Glasgow. Services for Stanley Keith Abner will be today at 1 o'clock at McMurtry Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Shirley Baldock Cemetery. Memorials encouraged to help with funeral expenses and can be made at the funeral home. David Lee Jackson, age 71, of Glasgow, died Monday at his residence. Mr. Jackson was of the Baptist faith. Survivors include his wife of 46 years, Anna Rachel Jackson, a daughter, Radonna Savage of Glasgow, two sons, Joe David Jackson and Dustin Jackson, both of Glasgow, 8 grandchildren, Tyler and Brianna Goodson, Christina Davis, Skylar, Emily, Mackenzie, Morgan, Colby, and Jordan, one sister, Judy Pointer of Glasgow, a brother, Jerry Jackson of Glasgow, sisters-in-law, Geraldine and Alma Jackson. Services for David Lee Jackson will be at 1 o'clock on Wednesday at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4:30 p.m. at the funeral home. Lily Jean Rector, age 87, of Bowling Green, died Friday at her residence. She was an LPN and a housewife and a member of the Oakland Christian Church and Homemakers, volunteer of hospice, and other organizations in the community. Her survivors include a son, James Rector, 4 daughters, Sharon Coates, Sandra Berriger, Mary Harris, and Becky Coron, 7 grandchildren, Tamara Smith, Gary Joe Berriger, Amanda Litch, Nora Beth Carroll, and Austin and Ben Harris, along with Spencer Coron, and special friends and neighbors Mitch and Linda, and 8 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Lily Jean Rector will be at 2 o'clock this afternoon at Hardy & Son Smiths Grove Chapel, burial in the Smiths Grove Cemetery. The family request donations be made to the Gideons. Services for Linda P. Miller, age 76, of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock on Wednesday at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial will be in the White Cemetery. Visitation begins after 5 p.m. today. Services for Jimmy Wayne Houchins, age 68, of Glasgow, will be at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Services for Keith Yates Wallace, age 92, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. The family request donations to be given to either the First Church of the Nazarene or to the Keith Wallace Bowling Scholarship Fund. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
When planning the proper memorial for a loved one this year, you want it to be fitting and affordable. Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts provide both. Again this year, the staff at Jeff's is creating beautiful saddles just in time for Memorial Day, starting at just $13.99 each. Jeff's takes pride that they have the area's largest selection of custom-designed memorial flowers, $13.99 each and up. This is a great time for you to come to Jeff's showroom and pick out the design that would best fit your loved one's legacy. We are located on Scottsville Road at Haywood. You want it to be a meaningful memorial, and they always have that in mind at Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts. Call them at 651-3575.
627, 69 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. A full slate of softball and baseball yesterday. It was Bowling Green over Glasgow in softball, 14-7. Barron County Trojanettes down Franklin Simpson 10-5. Caverna over Fort Knox 20-10. Central Hardin beats Hart County 12-1. Edmondson County over Metcalfe County 1-0. And it was Allen County Scottsville over Ohio County 1-0. Baseball yesterday it was Glasgow 12, Campbellsville 11. Barron County over Russellville, 17-0 in a 5-inning affair. It was LaRue County over Caverna, 12-2. Edmondson County downs Warren Central, 7-3. Greene County over Metcalfe County, 11-1 in 5 innings, and it was Warren East 5, Allen County Scottsville 1. High school baseball today, Glasgow hosts Central Hardin at Richardson Stadium for a 5 o'clock first pitch. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune will have live coverage at 4:55 on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com. In other baseball action this afternoon, Caverna welcomes St. Francis. Hart County travels to Edmondson County. Monroe County goes to Adair County, and Allen County Scottsville entertains Greenwood. In softball today, Glasgow plays at Adair County. Barron County is at home against Greenwood. Caverna hosts Monroe County. Hart County visits Cumberland County, and Edmondson County is on the road at Russellville. The Glasgow Kiwanis Club 25th Annual James W. Barton Memorial Scholarship is going to be, the Memorial Golf Scramble that was canceled on May the 5th due to the inclement weather has been rescheduled for this coming Saturday afternoon, May the 19th. Actually, it'll be Saturday morning. Tee times will be 8 a.m. If you'd like to enter a golf team into the scramble, please contact James Bratcher at 270-670-5144 or Tommy Jackson at 270-670-5608. And that's a check of local sports.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. These are some of the most familiar words in all of the Bible, comforting to many, and yet most of us don't take advantage of what Jesus is teaching. So many of us are desperate to know how to pray better, pray more effectively. And yet right here Jesus gives us the key. Be personal. Pray like a child trying to get the attention of their father. Be broken and desperate. Realize that you're in need and only He can supply. Be focused on God's will. Take the promises of God seriously, and then be courageous, expecting them to be answered. This is how God wants us to pray. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive. See the Carfax Vehicle History Report. Calculate payments. Apply for financing. Get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book. And check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Queen.
Stationary front to our north, rich tropical moisture to our south. Temperatures today will be in the mid-to-upper 80s with a little bit better chance of showers and thunderstorms as the morning progresses into the afternoon and this evening. Then partly cloudy later tonight into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, thunderstorms are likely scattered around 83. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Highs will be in the upper 70s and low 80s. And that trend probably continues into the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Pressure's down at 29.96, humidity at 93%. Southeast winds at about 4 miles an hour. An empty rain gauge this morning, and the radar screen is quiet too, but all those little elements, the hocus pocus of cranking up thunderstorm activity, the elements are there, just hadn't started happening yet. 70 degrees, 631 at WCLU.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Ralphie specializes in fun. They do indeed. We got some special folks who are having fun birthdays today. Let me tell you about, Jessica Wyatt. Happy birthday to Jessica Wyatt today. Emerson Childress is 8. Leroy Billingsley celebrates today. Joan Sexton. Martha Hampton. We have Mary Christensen having a birthday today. Michelle Regal Kinney celebrates. Angelia Pulliam is 15. Monica Lyle. Dylan Norris. Keith Harlow. It's Danny Crumpton's birthday today. It's also Lillian Burris's 91st birthday. Bubby Wheat, happy birthday to you, sir. Jason Turner celebrating a birthday today. On the anniversary side of things, it's the silver wedding anniversary, number 25 for Terry and Sharon Sherfy. Number 25 for Terry and Sharon Sherfy. And also we have Bobby and Tracy Russell. It's their 26th wedding anniversary today. A big congratulations. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online, WCLUradio.com. And by special request today, we have a Good as Gold honoree nominated today, and for excellent reason. It's Charlotte Burge Day on the radio. Charlotte Burge Day, and the person who nominated Charlotte says, she's an awesome teacher that will do anything to help others. Now, that's a wonderful thing to be said about you, and certainly deserving to pat Charlotte Burge on the back as being an awesome teacher, and let her know she's good as gold from WCLU. And a little taste of Texas.
Our Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
serving all with dignity and respect since 1899.
Coming up on Thursday of this week, remember there's a Veterans Resource Fair from 10 until 2 out at the National Guard Armory. All veterans, active duty, retired military, National Guard, reservists, and connected military families are invited to come out and connect with community agencies, groups, and organizations that provide assistance to military and veterans. It's free, it's open to the public, and it's hosted by Educational Opportunity Centers. Here's a couple of numbers to find out more. 745-4441 or 861-6950. Stand by, the archives next.
Folks, this is Gary Tillman. I'm seeking the Republican nomination for Barron County Judge Executive in the May primary. My campaign is based on good economic growth in business, agriculture, and industry, and better job opportunities for our citizens. My vow to you will always be this: I may not always get it right, and we may not always agree on everything, but no one will work harder for you and Barron County than me. I sincerely ask for your vote for me, Gary Tillman, for Barron County Judge Executive. Thank you.
Paid for by Gary Tillman, Melanie Watson, Treasurer.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination.
On the air with the archives here on WCLU. This is where we go back and look at some of the things that brought us forward. And lots of interesting things today to share in the archives. So just settle up there, and we're going to give you the information after we hear from the sponsors of the archives, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, and brought to you by all the good folks at the Tony Hogan Health Clinic.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Right Tool distributor.
You can feel the difference at Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Tony goes above and beyond when it comes to your health care. From opening early at 7:30 to giving his personal number to patients, just in case.
This is Nurse Practitioner Tony Hogan. If you're already a patient, I want to thank you. If you're not, give me an opportunity to show you the difference. I truly care about your health and well-being.
Call me Mandy at Tony Hogan Health Clinic and let's get you set up with an appointment. 651-6707 or come by at the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
All right, archive time here on WCLU. But you got to check out the. Have you not seen the beautiful hanging baskets around the square?
I don't know what I've seen so far.
Are they not beautiful?
I have seen them. They are very pretty.
And we've been sharing the names of the sponsors, so be listening as throughout the day. We're going to give credit to those who sponsored this year's hanging baskets. All right, what do you think about 100 years of history?
I'd say we take this thing back 100 years.
Back in 100 years ago, 1918, the headline was popcorn.
Okay, I like popcorn.
It says, we want 2,000 pounds of popcorn.
Good Lord.
We will pay 3.5 cents per pound on the ear, small or large quantities. Come down to Depp and Morris. You know, we've talked about Depp and Morris being sort of like the general mercantile.
Right.
And they just, trade, whatever, bring 2,000 pounds of popcorn, 3.5 cents a pound. I'm sure they'll do cash or barter.
It's got a lot of popcorn.
And I'm sure that, there was a big market for it just about now.
I would have to agree.
All right, this is a scary story here from 1928.
Okay.
Dr. C.C. Howard, Miss Bess Howard, and the doctor's 3 children made a trip to Louisville Sunday. As they were returning just this side of West Point, they collided with another car, which demolished both cars and gave them all a terrible shock. Neither Dr. Howard nor the other driver were to blame, but a scoundrel driving another car caused the 2 cars to run together to keep it from striking it. The driver that caused the wreck never so much as got out of his car to see if he could help the injured.
He was a scoundrel. What'd they want?
The accident cost Dr. Howard about $1,200. Now, some interesting things about this story. Automatically, the third car, the scoundrel, caused the wreck. He gets credit for the wreck.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a scoundrel, most likely because he didn't so much as even get out of the car to check on the people.
Unscrupulous.
And also, everybody was, seems to me like they weren't injured, but the pain of Dr. Howard having to pay $1,200, that's a lot of money in 1928.
He was a doctor. He could have
I don't know what it paid for, but in 1928, that's what it cost, and it was
They should
published.
put that out in a reward.
That's right.
To find the scoundrel.
That's right. It's a scoundrel alert. All right. 1938, we got this story. During a heavy wind on Sunday afternoon, the awning over at Cherry's coffee shop gave way and fell. One of the iron rods striking Mr. Bland Redford on the head.
What?
And knocking him to the pavement. Several in front of the place had narrow escapes from injuries. Mr. Redford was assisted into the restaurant in a dazed condition.
Well, yeah, he just got hit in the head with a big pole.
His injury was painful, but not considered serious.
Did they really put painful? Yeah, it's
They
painful.
did.
Hello.
It was painful, and
Did
the
you
thing
read
is, he's in a daze, but that's not serious.
Yeah, there you go.
You get hit in the head, but no.
Yeah, he has no short-term memory, but he's going to be all right.
That's right. 1938. All right, 1948. This is one of the most interesting stories I've seen in a while. I was not aware of this, but interesting part of our history. Attention is invited to the Glasgow Occupational License Ordinance.
Okay.
The most appreciable increase in licenses was noted in the fee for pool rooms.
What?
It was hiked from $50 per table to $100 per table.
They hated on everything that was fun back then, didn't they?
And the addition of fees for several new services, too. But, hey, if you're going to operate a pool room, get ready, $50 a table. That's the occupational
They
fee.
just called it like a fun fee.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how many tables you have. Well, it's going from, 50 a table to 100 a table.
Uh-huh.
That might have stunted the growth of pool rooms around
pool
here,
rooms
you
are
think?
fun. Can you play pool?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm pretty good at pool.
I played at all of those pool rooms that were paying the taxes.
There you go. Were they full of scoundrels?
No, I never saw one single scoundrel in there.
Actually, I'm going to the pool hall in Munford tomorrow.
Okay.
Judge Terry Martin's buying my lunch.
Okay.
Senator Steve Meredith's lunch.
Okay.
We're going to order everything on the menu.
And you're going to shoot pool.
I'm saying it on the airwaves now, so Judge Martin can't back out of it.
Okay. All right. 1958. I don't know what this is exactly, but I'm going to tell you what I know about it, okay?
Okay.
1958, this was in the Glasgow Republican. Keen competition is contemplated in the third annual Teenage Rodeo. That's ROAD-EO.
Was it like in your car, I guess?
Rodeo, which will be conducted at the American Legion Fairgrounds on Saturday afternoon. Valuable prizes will be presented to the winners, including a $25 savings bond, an engraved plaque, and an engraved trophy.
Well, there you go.
I'm not sure exactly what you did at the Road-EO.
You probably had to drive around the cones and make sure you didn't hit any cones.
Yeah.
If it was for expert drivers, I would definitely. I'd have won that.
Well,
I'd have brought the trophy home.
These are teenage Road-EO drivers.
I'd have definitely beat them.
1958. We'll see. Maybe somebody will know what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody won it. All right, here we have this day in 1968. The Hiceville 6th grade spent a day recently at Kentucky's Capitol and had their picture taken with Governor Nunn.
Well, yeah.
Their teacher, Mrs. Walter Wilcoxon, and Mr. James Newberry were chaperones.
Now, was this your class?
No.
Well, I've seen a class that you were a kid, and I thought you were in Frankfurt.
Yeah, well, that was let me see if I can't get this right. It was about that time, though. It was about that year, but this was on the All-Star team. We played in the All-Star Championship in Frankfurt, and we went to the governor's mansion for lunch.
It was you and Faye Neal was in the picture.
Yeah, Faye was in there. There's a lot of old-timers. But anyway, it's a great picture, and a lot of great times here. You certainly influence the youngsters, including me, when you get to go up there and do such things as that. And I know that these Hiceville 6th grade students in 1968 also were influenced by that trip to Governor Nunn's office there.
Well, heck yeah.
All right, 1978. This was the day that the Barren River Comprehensive Care Clinic, formerly at 1006 Glenview Drive, is relocated to 901 Columbia Avenue. Want to get that change of address in there. We also have an advertisement in the Glasgow Times this day in 1988 for the Uh-Oh Outlet.
What?
The Uh-Oh Outlet.
What is the Uh-Oh Outlet?
Well, it was located in the Glasgow Square Shopping Center.
Okay.
And they were selling printed boxer shorts.
Uh-oh.
3 pair for $10. Sizes 8 to 18. 65% polyester and 35% cotton.
They were an underwear store?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It was uh-oh.
Uh-oh, these are irregular. Something's wrong with
Yeah, that's what I think probably that's what that meant. But that was 1988.
Clever way to say they're messed up.
The Uh-oh Outlet.
Uh-oh, I wasted my money.
3 pair, $10. That's a bargain, I think.
You get what you pay for.
No matter what it was.
And it's better than the underwear store. You know, better than
Well, it has a better ring to it, I think.
I would think so.
This day in 1998, Karen Smith Lyons received a Doctor of Medicine degree from the University of Louisville. Upon completion of residency, she plans to practice in Glasgow. And she is an excellent physician practicing in Bowling Green now for Karen Smith Lyons. But she was getting her doctorate there in 1998. All right, and one more thing here. This is 2008. Miles Chiropractic opened this day in the Riley's Courtyard. So that was a big ribbon cutting out there. I remember going to that ribbon cutting for Miles Chiropractic. Progress in 2008.
It is progress.
Another new, wait a minute, that's the birthday bed. Hold on.
I was thinking, wait, that's not archives.
There we go.
Is it Monday again?
No, it's going to be Tuesday all day if it takes us all day to get it there.
Oh, goodness.
And so we certainly appreciate the hard work of the archivists, the folks who do the digging. Hold on here.
And I got my fingers crossed, any magistrates listening, let's not be long-winded today in fiscal court.
Okay, all right. Where are you?
Just kind of putting that out there.
All right. Well, I want to tell you about what's coming up here on May the 19th.
Okay.
At 11 o'clock, it's Armed Forces Day.
Right.
Presentation of the military pins by the DAR is going to be on May the 19th, and that's going to be a special ceremony at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, the Museum of the Barrens, where Miss Sherry Wesley has these public service reminders.
Sherry Wesley's all the time doing something now.
I know it. Are you looking for something to do out of the summer heat?
Yes.
Looking for a place that will be fun, learning experience?
Yes.
And looking for an inexpensive yet quality, local, family-friendly attraction?
You're 3 for 3.
It is the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. We'll review some more tomorrow. 6:49.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Modern Woodman Financial Representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Hi, I'm Congressman Brett Guthrie. I would like to tell you about my dear friend and colleague, Helena Chase Birdwell. I've had the privilege to work with Helena for many years, and I've seen firsthand her diligence to serve. Helena's life and career have been dedicated to serving others, and I know she will work hard to be a public servant as the People's Clerk of Barron County. I ask you to vote for my friend Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk on May 22nd.
This ad has been approved and paid for by Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
Did you know it's against the Glasgow City Code of Ordinances to put brush and grass out onto the street or sidewalk? Sounds like a small thing, right? While it may seem harmless to you, it does have a big effect, like clogging the stormwater drains, increasing the amount of algae in our water, yuck, and even making the road dangerously slick. Nobody wants that to happen, so let's be mindful of how we dispose of our grass clippings. This message is brought to you by the Glasgow City Stormwater Management Department.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Some of the greatest destinations are within arm's reach, which is why South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club is arranging a trip to My Old Kentucky Home and My Old Kentucky Dinner Train. Save the date of May 31st. That's when the Green Tree Travel Club will have a most enjoyable journey to Bardstown, Kentucky, and a visit to this historic 200-year-old mansion that is Kentucky. Also an excursion on My Old Kentucky Dinner Train. 3 dining cars set up for exquisite fine dining as the train travels along the 29-mile track. The cost for Green Tree Travel Club members is just $116 per person, $145 per person for non-members. Call the RSVP line today to get on board, 888-651-7466. May 31st, travel to My Old Kentucky Home and My Old Kentucky Dinner Train in Bardstown, another travel treasure from the Green Tree Travel Club at South Central Bank, member FDIC.
Stationary front to our north. Rich tropical moisture to our south. Temperatures today will be in the mid-to-upper 80s with a little bit better chance of showers and thunderstorms as the morning progresses into the afternoon and this evening. Then partly cloudy later tonight into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, thunderstorms are likely scattered around 83. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Highs will be in the upper 70s and low 80s. And that trend probably continues into the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgen, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Still pretty quiet on the radar screen this morning. 70 degrees from WCLU. This weather update brought to you by South Central Bank. You know, Jimmy Holloway down at Glasgow Building Supply knows a whole lot about how to build things. He also knows a whole lot about how to take care of things. That's the reason why that Glasgow Building Supply is fully stocked now with driveway sealer. Yes, you got to put good money in a nice driveway, and you also have to take care of it. And right now at Glasgow Building Supply, they are fully loaded because this is the time of year when you can get out there, work in that driveway. It's not sweltering hot, but it certainly is warm enough to be a very effective time to put down that driveway sealer. And Glasgow Building Supply, a very effective place to get that driveway sealer because they have it in stock right now. It's available in 5-gallon buckets, and it's easy to use, easy to apply, and Glasgow Building Supply has the lowest price around. Talk to Jimmy about that. He's proud to offer the lowest price on driveway sealer now at Glasgow Building Supply. 6:55 at WCLU, 70 degrees this morning. We are getting ready to play trivia. Phones are ringing. We got to talk to folks about that. But first, let me remind you about coming up on Friday and Saturday, the Fountain Run Barbecue Festival. with the pancake breakfast at the Firehouse, arts and crafts booths, 5K run, classic car show, kids run, political speaking and auction, music by Center Fire Band and the Hornet's Nest Pickers, the Cakewalk, gospel music, and Doug Jones Country Band, and more. It's Friday and Saturday. It's Fountain Run.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. My Nana and Papa own Quick Stop Shoe Store, 519 Happy Valley Road. Women's sandals such as Crocs, Chinook, Bionics. We now have Skechers and Chacos. We also have kids, Crocs, Chinook, and Chacos. Don't forget we have a large selection of work and muck boots. We also have Justin and Nakona wallets. Don't forget we have new styles of Skechers, sandals, and Chacos for women and kids. So come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Saturday mornings on the Glasgow Square, Southern Kentucky at its finest, as the Kentucky Proud Bounty of the Barrens Farmers Market starts your weekend off with a healthy selection of locally grown produce, farm fresh meats, and handcrafted items produced by farmers, growers, and artists from right here. It's Kentucky Proud in the purest way. Come shop and enjoy seeing people you know, while local musicians set the mood with authentic sound. It's the Bounty of the Barrens Farmers Market, Saturdays on the Glasgow Square from 8 a.m. to noon. A Kentucky Proud event.
Well, you know what day it is? It's Taco Tuesday at Long John's A&W. Do you know what day it is? Well, it pays to know, because Long John Silver's in Glasgow is announcing some show-stopping deals for you and your family. Every Sunday from 11 till 7, it's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken for $8.99. Bring your friends and family on Sundays and get all-you-can-eat fish and chicken $8.99. If it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Get a fish taco for 99 cents. Friday, it's crab cakes, just 99 cents each. These are limited-time deals, so get to Long John's in Glasgow today. All right, 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Can you answer this trivia question? Yes, surely you can answer this trivia question, because we have a lot of folks who love playing trivia, and we have a lot of smart folks sitting out there with their hand on the keypad, ready to ready to call in here and win. So here we go with the question for today. We have a snake trivia question. You know, we have to give you the warnings on those things. Snake trivia. Which snake whose untreated bite is almost 100% fatal is the world's fastest snake on land? Okay? So show your knowledge of snakes. You know, you got to pay attention to them whether you like them or not. This particular snake is the almost 100% fatal with untreated bites. It's the world's fastest snake on land. Name that snake. Trivia.
Black Mamba.
Say it again.
Black Mamba.
That's correct. And who's this speaking?
Joanna Harvey.
Now, Joanna, I never took you for a knowledgeable snake person.
Well, I'm not that knowledgeable, but I remember hearing that somewhere.
Well, you heard it somewhere. You know, just say, hey, watch out for the black mamba.
I'll watch out for all of them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Apparently, these are like in mostly in Africa.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
And they are. They're getting ready for an interview over in the control room, or I would put this picture. Let me show you this picture. I don't know if you can see the black mamba or not. You see that mouth right there?
I don't have it. I don't have the TV available.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the black mamba right there. It is one bad-looking snake. I don't even think it has the ability to smile.
Well, Henry, I think all of them are bad-looking.
Well, anyway, that's the black mamba, the fastest snake. You know, there's two problems. You can't outrun it, and its bite is fatal, which means you need to be, steering clear. But then probably there's somebody in the world that says, well, I'm going to collect them.
Well, that's true. People collect rattlesnakes.
Yeah, scary stuff, Joanne.
Yep.
Have a good day, ma'am. You come by, we'll send you out to Long John's, and you can have one of those delicious fish and more dinners, okay?
All right.
All right. See you. Bye-bye. Joanna Harvey. Yes, it is indeed. She said she heard of it somewhere, so you pass it along. The snake is the black mamba, and it's the fastest snake on land, and its bite is almost 100% fatal. Other than that, get away in a hurry. 70 degrees thanks to Long John's A&W. Thanks to Joanna Harvey. We'll do more in the way of asking a question, challenging you tomorrow on Trivia.
CBS News Update. First Lady Melania Trump is waking up at Walter Reed Medical Center after surgery to treat what the White House calls a benign kidney condition. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Minutes before he arrived here to see his wife for the first time since her procedure, President Trump tweeted that the First Lady is in good spirits. A spokeswoman says Melania Trump is doing very well. Her office says Mrs. Trump is expected to remain here at the military hospital in Bethesda through the end of the week, recovering from the procedure to shrink what we're told is a benign growth in her kidney.
CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
If it's a benign growth, it could be something, for example, like an angiomyolipoma. That's a benign collection of fat, muscle, and blood vessels. And it tends to occur in women, especially in middle age. And the First Lady is 48 years old.
Vice President Pence subbed for President Trump at an Israel celebration last night. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow.
Candidate for Barron County Clerk. On May 22nd, the voters of Barron County have an important decision to make. For the first time since 1966, someone will be your clerk who has not worked or trained in that office. I ask that you go vote, but when you go vote, be diligent regarding the qualifications of the person you're voting for. I know how that office functions. I am the qualified candidate. On May 22nd, vote number 1, Larry Hammer, the right choice for Barron County Clerk.
People are authorized by Larry Hammer for County Clerk.
Become our motto, working for you. It's that thing we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us, the People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
3 minutes after 7 o'clock, we have 70 degrees. Going to be another warm day today, and we've got some thunder shower activity. It's going to be working its way in toward the middle of the week here. Next couple of days, looks like. And Ray Stezik says maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain off and on as we work our way through the rest of the week. We'll check in with Ray in just a few moments. Right now, let's go to WCLU News Director Angela Briggs for our top story at 7. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Angela Briggs here with WCLU. This is your top story 7 election coverage 2018. Well, I'm sitting down with Mark Bowman, who's officially thrown his hat in the political ring for the first time.
Yes, ma'am.
You're running for magistrate in District Number 5. So now, for the folks that may not know you, tell them a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
I'm a graduate of Barron County High School in 1975. I also graduated from Western Kentucky University with a degree in business administration.
Go Tops.
Right. I always cheer for the Tops when they're in the NCAA tournament. Lived here most all of my life.
Now, career-wise, you started out on the ground level of a local factory.
I've worked for mainly one employer here locally. Started out in manufacturing.
Clawed your way to the top?
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but worked in manufacturing about 7 years. Then I went into accounting, worked various jobs there. And then the last few years I've worked in inventory management and materials.
So now you told me earlier that you think that the county should be run like a business. So do you think your business background will help you as a magistrate?
I think so. I think that my degree from Western Kentucky University, which is in a business administration, and then also that the jobs that I've worked, I think will hopefully help me make a contribution there.
Right. Now, why in the world? Why did you decide that you wanted to get into politics?
Well,
are you a brave soul? Is that
somewhat, I guess. Once you step out there and make that leap, it does require some courage.
Oh, yes.
My dad was a magistrate back in the 70s, and then also my brother was a magistrate a few years back.
So you know what you're signing up for.
Have some indication.
Right, right. And now you're running to represent the 5th District.
Yes.
Now that includes the Red Cross community, Becton community.
Right. It's comprised of 4 precincts, E101 and 102.
Right.
Which most of those folks live here in town. Then out in the county, it's E103, which is Becton, E104, which is Red Cross.
And now for those folks that may be out there straining their eyes trying to figure out where they've seen you at, you used to be one of my all-time favorite people in the world. You used to be represent the Cattlemen's Club.
Yes.
Cattlemen's Association.
I was served on the board of directors for the Cattlemen's.
That's a great group, by the way.
It is. It is. We're blessed here in Berrien County to have one of the largest producers of beef in the state. So I think
would you say the best beef in the state too?
Oh, absolutely. And I think they do a great job.
Absolutely. And then you talked about the importance of giving back to your community. Why do you think it's important to get involved and to give back?
I think so. I think that we should make a contribution to our community to hopefully leave it a better place than we found it. I'm getting at a point in my life. That I now have 4 grandchildren, and I think
they keep you busy.
Oh, certainly, and need to be looking toward the future and building toward the future, and hopefully can make some contributions to make Berrien County a better place.
So, do you think that wrangling those grandkids will make you better prepared to try to wrangle that?
Well, possibly. I think there's probably some traits there that will maybe carry me through, but.
And one thing you would say that was important to you was having a sense of cooperation.
I think so. I think it's all. There are going to be times that we have to reach across the aisle with one another, and that I may have what I think is an excellent idea that I think that will work, but when I am open to listening to other people's perspective, and then when we are able to come together. Hopefully we'll have the best solution possible.
So you're not going to be heading in there with any kind of personal agenda, basically?
Oh, no, not really. I just I threw my hat in the ring, thinking that I can contribute to make Berrien County a better place.
Well, there we go, folks. This is Mark Bowman. You can see his signs right here. That's what they look like. If you see one out, if you see him out, grab a sign from him. Again, he's running for magistrate, Berrien County's 5th District. Thank you so much for coming by to see us.
Well, thank you, Angela.
Come back anytime.
All right.
I'm Angela Briggs with WCLU, and this is your election coverage for 2018.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, I'm Helene. Let's live home for a great deal.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jerry Bloom. Calling it a sucker's bet, Governor Matt Bevin lands on an unpopular side of an issue that was put back in play by a landmark Supreme Court decision on Monday.
The chairman of the House Licensing Committee, Republican Adam Koenig, says
it's an opportunity for Kentucky that we should be on the forefront on rather than behind the times like we are in many other respects.
The majority floor leader in the Senate, Damon Thayer.
I'm for it. I think there ought to be a way for Kentuckians to be able to legally participate in it. But I'm sure there's going to be opposition as well.
Governor Bevin has expressed his opposition to expanded gambling in Kentucky. I'm Paul Miles.
And the governor said so at a community forum in Hopkinsville, saying it preys on the most vulnerable.
The fact is, the idea that we're going to use those monies to pay for all the things that ail us is a sucker's bet. It really is.
He says he does support the Supreme Court ruling because the decision should be a state's right in the first place, and Kentucky was party to the suit brought by New Jersey. Elizabethtown police warning residents about a scam that's being sent through the mail.
Police say scammers are mailing fake bank notices to people. E-Town officer John Thomas on the scammer's MO.
They will make the claim that your identity has been stolen to take out a mortgage in your name, and then they will proceed to ask for your information, so they can in fact steal your information.
He says many of the scammers are not in the country, which makes it nearly impossible for police to track them down. Thomas says several other police departments in Hardin County have received reports of the same scam. I'm Suzanne Duvall.
And a Louisville native is the world's top-ranked golfer. Justin Thomas became #1 over the weekend. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
WCLU Local News. I'm Angela Briggs. Mike Bryant, the board chair of TJ Regional Health, has announced that the board decided not to renew the contract for CEO Bud Wethington. While Bryant did say the board appreciated the contributions Wethington made during his tenure as CEO, they felt a change in leadership was appropriate. Neil Thornberry, Chief Operating Officer, has been appointed interim CEO. Thornberry completed his Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy from Eastern, began his healthcare career in 1996 as a patient care provider, occupational therapist. In 2000, he was promoted to Director of Rehab Services, leading the integration of 4 independent departments into a comprehensive rehabilitation medicine program. In 2005, he got his master's degree in healthcare administration from Western. March of 2007, he was promoted to Chief of Patient Care Services. 2010, completed his Lean System certification through UK. Currently, he is a candidate for doctorate in Health Services Administration at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. It appears that a weekend fire at the landfill has influenced the Glasgow City Council as they decided not to get rid of their old fire truck. Chief Brian Marr said that tough terrain like that at the landfill is hard on a fire truck.
It's very rough terrain, as you can imagine back in there. These trucks are, especially the fire engines, are not designed to go off-road, and we almost to a T, we have a little bit of damage on a truck every time we go out there. So our attempt may be to take this older truck that's a little cheaper, a little easier to fix, not a frontline vehicle, and actually get that back in there to fight those fires as opposed to the $500,000 brand new piece of equipment.
Richard Tett with American Engineers gave the council an update on the progress they've made toward implementing the city's GATE plan. What exactly is GATE?
An overarching, pedestrian and bicycle access plan to connect all parts of the city. So this is a major component of that, and so we're just trying to get one piece done.
That major component is the sidewalk part of the project, which Tett says is nearly 2 miles in length.
Well, it's going to take you from down Roseville Road. You're going to cross where Trojan Trail hits Roseville Road, and you're going to walk all the way along Trojan Trail until you get to 31, where the new turn lane's been put in on Calvary Drive. So, again, it's about almost 2 miles of trail.
Right. The council also met the city's newest police officer, 90-pound Zeke. Officer Nick Couchins is the K-9 officer, and he says that Zeke will bring a wide range of skills.
Zeke's trained in not only drug detection, but he's trained in criminal apprehension, building searches, evidence and article searches, handler protection. So it's just we're able to utilize him in situations where just humans themselves just can't we don't have the senses that dogs have. So he is most definitely a very valuable tool to use in just crime prevention and crime fighting.
The council also approved an easement for Glass Holdings at 26 feet wide and 200 feet long. The asphalt easement is off Cherry Street. They plan to construct a parking lot. An attempt to mirror the contract used by Glasgow Police to prevent to prevent the fire department from losing money training their firefighters was also approved by the council. The changes to the contract take effect immediately. Glasgow Police responded to a report of an overdose on East Wayne Street over the weekend. Officer Stephen Shields, after ensuring the scene was secure for EMS, went to speak with 24-year-old Shaquille Jordan, who was there. Now, according to the citation, Jordan was very much under the influence, and when he began to walk away, Officer Shields placed him in handcuffs. Due to the level of intoxication, Jordan was unable to give his personal information. Officers found a wallet hanging out of his back pocket. Officer Dave Houchins opened the wallet and found spice inside, as well as meth. Jordan was arrested, charged with possession of synthetic drugs, drug paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance. He was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And the Barron Fiscal Court meets this morning at 9 a.m. Included on this morning's agenda, the court's expected to hear from the Budget Committee on the proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year. The Building and Property Committee is expected to discuss the Welcome to Barron County signs, the old jail, as well as the roof on both the County Health Department and the Government Center. The court's also expected to approve the job description for the ABC Coordinator and Deputy, and Chris Schalk will be presenting the County Extension Service budget for the upcoming fiscal year. You can watch the live stream of the meeting online at WCLUradio.com and on WCLU Radio's Facebook page. The meeting is open to the public and begins at 9 a.m. in the Fiscal Court Chambers on the 3rd floor of the Government Center. Stay right here. More local news coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know...
Ville man's arrested after attempting to flee from a traffic stop. State Police Trooper Daniel Forbes stopped to assist Campbellsville Police with a traffic stop on South Central Avenue Sunday night. Trooper Forbes pulled up and then the driver, 56-year-old William Nugent of Campbellsville, slammed the driver door shut and took off at a high rate of speed, running a stop sign. Units then pursued the vehicle until it finally stopped on Bell Avenue, and Nugent was taken into custody. He was charged with speeding, disregarding a stop sign, fleeing or evading police, wanton endangerment, resisting arrest, DUI, a third offense, failure to wear seatbelts, and possession of open alcohol container in a motor vehicle. He was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. In West Central Kentucky, gas prices jump as summer driving season approaches. West Central Kentucky prices are up a dime this week to $2.77 a gallon, according to AAA East Central's fuel gauge report. On the national front, at $2.87, the national average